In the outside limits of our world exists much more than humanity could have ever have dreamed. You are about to be drifting beyond. Episode 2, Asteroid. After winning the fight with Gossipan, Kira is taken off planet by her captor, Red Bodgar. The rusty slave ship holds Kira as it maneuvers through the Marzilian asteroid field. In the cell rests Kira, bruised and bloodied from her battle. She hangs chained to an overhead pipe. Creeping through the door comes the dirty, festering Red Bodgar.
Hey there, little thing. That was some mighty fine work down there. I gotta hand it to you. I'm pretty impressed. And now that you've killed Gazi, you got a fancy price on your head. Looks like every Zanzitan in this sector's after you, and I'm gonna make a pretty penny off you.
Kira looks at the monster with disgust as he puts his 4 hands on all her limbs.
Yes, everyone wants a piece of you now, and every piece of you is gonna be a trophy for them.
Kira spits onto his face.
You are slime.
Oh, come now, I can't be that bad. You're still alive after all. No, I can't kill you. I'm leaving that up to the highest bidder.
The ship rocks violently, slamming Red Bodgar and Kira against the cell wall. Outside the door, Zanzitans rush to the explosion. Red Bodgar picks himself up before rushing out the door. When the door shuts, Kira flails her arms in an attempt to free herself. It is fruitless as she remains confined to the pipe. Outside the cell, Zanzitans drop left and right. Silence pours over the exterior hall before Kira sees a blinding light come through her cell. Sparks emit as a hole is cut in her door. As the aperture falls to the floor, a silhouetted man stands with a cutting torch. He rushes to Kira's side and puts his torch up to her chain.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing?
Getting you out of here.
The chains break loose, dropping Kira onto the floor. The man helps her back onto her feet. She looks at her freed hands.
Thank you. I didn't...
Look, we need to save the chap for later. We need to go. Now.
The man and Kira scramble out the door and are met with gunfire. Lasers careen past, hitting the back wall with an eruption of colorful sparks. The two rush behind a pillar for cover. Kira pokes her head past to look at her attackers. 5 Zanzitans stand armed with revolvers with old, dilapidated technology scabbed on. Standing tall over the group is Red Bodgar.
The girl! Don't shoot the girl, you idiot! She's too valuable! Set the revolvers to stun!
The gang of 4 armed monsters calibrate their weapons. The man pokes his head out of cover and sees an opportunity.
Run!
The man grabs Kira and scurries her past the beast down a perpendicular hallway. As they dash down the hall, the Zanzitans and Red Bodgar pursue them, firing stun blasts down the corridor. The man and Kira swing a right into another passage. At the end of the foyer glows a large fire next to a breach in the ship's walls. In the breach lies a small, gray, and beaten-up vessel. As they approach, the vessel opens, and the man leaps in ahead of Kira. He reaches his hand out for her.
Come on! They're right behind you!
Kira leaps for the vessel. She catches the man's hand, but is caught by Red Bodgar's stun blast, enters from the entrance. She goes limp as the Zanzitans run towards them. The man struggles to pull her into the pod. As he pulls her in, he shuts the pod and starts it up. Outside, the Zanzitans beat at the door. The man starts the vessel and backs out of the breach. The Zanzitans are sucked out into the void through the breach as the man's vessel rockets away into the darkness.